I wanted to go over this. So, shout out to Tom Petrini for posting this. So, apparently, KD had some things to say about Wemby's development. So, I'm really curious to see what he says. 2 minutes long. I'm just curious. I have not watched this. So, let's see. Let's zoom back and start.
I don't think anything's missing. I just think he needs to experience more in the NBA. I mean, he's still early for him, his second year. He's yet to be in the playoffs, which is an eye-opening experience for every player, especially his caliber. He'll learn a lot about himself and his team in that situation. So I just think he's on the right path of being one of the greatest we ever seen, and it's just about going through those experiences in real time and learning from them and get better. So I mean, he's on the right track.
We all talk about being the face of the league, and for example, like SKB said, he's the face of the league. What do you think about that? And do you think like a foreign player can be the face of the league?
What?
Okay, so they just asked. Okay, so I probably should go over this. I don't know if he brought up what Stephen A said. I couldn't really understand. But what he did bring up was the reporter is being the face of the NBA, and can you be that when you're a foreigner? So I'll say this right off the bat. I think it is asinine, okay? I think it's incredibly idiotic to say this. So this is what Stephen A. Smith said on Anthony Edwards saying that Wemby's the face of the league. I don't believe an international player can be the face of the NBA. The NBA is an American-born sport. My wish is that Anthony Edwards changes his mind. I hate this quote. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because if we just take it a step further than this, what if we just went ahead and said, you know what? Luka, Jokic, Giannis, you guys, you shouldn't even play in the NBA because it's an American-born sport, right? You're just a visitor of this sport, so you don't really matter. It's just so silly, especially when you have so many foreign players that have played in the NBA and made it better, right? Like, just open up the gates for so many possibilities and just added so much to the game of basketball. For you to just say because you're an international player you can't be the face of the NBA, I just think that's very stupid. I'm sorry, I just think it is. If you want to take it even a step further than that, right? Basketball in and of itself was created in Massachusetts. So why don't we just go ahead and say like you can't be the face of the NBA unless you were born in Massachusetts? It's just dumb to me. This is mad xenophobic. Easily mad xenophobic. And I hate it when people do it in any industry. I hate when they do it with movies, right? With Parasite winning the Oscars and people coming out and saying you can't win it. It's like that's crazy to me. Or people do it with music, right? I love hip hop. I hate it when people do it with an artist like Eminem, my favorite rapper of all time, and they'll come out and say, well, he's just a visitor in the house of hip hop. I think that's ridiculous. I think if you respect the craft, if you add more to the genre, if you add more to the game of basketball, I think that you deserve to potentially be the face of that profession that you're in. I just think it's stupid, honestly. I just think it's really stupid. Stephen A. Xenophobe. It's just stupid, bro. I'm late, but have you watched Wait, you're talking about Netflix right now? No, not right now. I haven't seen it, Kirk. He says, Court of Gold on Netflix featuring tons of Wemby and actually lots of pop. Okay, actually, I do need to watch that. I did not know about this. Anyways, Stephen A. Smith is back with his presidential campaign announcement. This dude has such an ego. You do not want him anywhere near the office, okay? I don't think he would actually care about the people at all. Anyways, moving on. Let's listen to this.
I keep hearing that. What is the face of the league? Like, what does that entail? What do you do when you are the face of the league? I'm just saying, what comes with that? Because it seems like it's just more than basketball. So when we talk about, I want to know. You got an answer for me? I think it's a little bit more than that. Because
yeah, it's more than just being the best player. I think it's the player that the NBA would advertise, right? Like the face. I guess it's kind of hard to define. We know when there was like who was the face of the NBA. Like we know Michael Jordan was the face of the NBA in the 90s. We know that LeBron James was the face of the NBA for a big chunk. I don't know if Kobe was ever considered the face of the NBA. After those allegations against him, I think that hurt his chances quite a bit. You said it's relatability and winning. Yeah, that's part of it. I think it's a broad umbrella, right? Just one of those things that's kind of hard to define. But I would say the most marketable and winning player that represents the NBA as a whole. And Wemby's going to be that. Yeah. Do you guys chat? You can try, you can attempt. Do you have a definition of what you think the face of the NBA is? I think it's just a broad umbrella. I don't think you can just say it in one sentence, though.
I mean, because Ant playing great ball, and they said he's not fit to be the face of the league, or Luka's playing great, and sometimes people don't. And then they said that international players can't be the face. Like, I don't understand what the face of the league is and what that entails. I think all of these guys have impacted.
Is it crazy to say that AI at one point was the face of the NBA? I mean, he was huge. I don't know if the NBA really I don't think the NBA helped facilitate that though. But he was huge at one point, especially when I was a little kid. You said being a leader, relatability, swag, winning, and marketability. Yeah, I think marketability is the big one. In the mid to late 2000s, Kobe was definitely the face of the league. Not only was he one of the best, but he was popular outside of basketball. Okay, I could get with that. You said mid to late 2000s. Yeah, I think 2008 Kobe was one of the faces. AI kind of was. That's what I thought. I thought AI, but mostly Kobe. Okay, all right. So we got Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. I think it's not only being the best player, but also being the most marketable. But a lot of times the best player in the NBA is the most marketable, right? Or maybe not, because Jokic is the best player in the NBA right now, but he's not very fun. I guess it goes back to what the chatter said about relatability. Mandito said.
In the culture of basketball, so many players are probably watching Victor or Luka and trying to emulate what they do every day.
Well, is Steph Curry the face of the NBA? That's a question.
And they're also watching them off the court and see what they do in their personal lives as well. So with the access, I think so many guys got an opportunity to make a huge impact as the face of the league, because they're inspiring so many people so easily, so quick. The access is there for everybody to watch and see what they go through. So, yeah, I don't even know when people say that term, just throw that term out. I need an explanation or a definition of what that truly means, because a lot of these guys, regardless of where they come from, are impacting people all around the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one guy. It's not just two guys.
This is probably one of the best answers I've ever heard Kevin Durant give. Like, real talk. I agree with Kate. All right, sorry. I agree with KD. The last real face of the league was MJ. Since then, there's been multiple faces of the league at a time. LeBron was never the face alone. Steph was right there with him. So would you say that Tim Duncan was the face of the NBA at one point? Because maybe? I feel like Jokic gets more love than Duncan, mainly because Jokic is a horse lover and Duncan was just a quiet guy. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Jokic definitely gets a little bit more love around the league. Talent, a strong media presence, and significant influence on and off the court. They are often the focal point of the NBA marketing, global outreach, and the driving force behind the league's popularity. That is actually a really good definition, Patrick. Sure. But would Ant not be able to be any of those? I mean, talented, strong media presence, significant influence on and off the court. I think that's true. But focal point of the NBA marketing, he's marketed pretty heavy, but global outreach, Maybe.
Rookie of the year.
What the heck?
Intergalactic
Oh my goodness, bro.
celebrating his first
I thought I
NBA
fixed that.
All-Star
No.
selection.
Don't copyright me. Don't copyright me.
Rookie
Don't
of the
copyright me.
year.
Don't copyright me. Oh my god. Did you guys hear that? I thought I fixed it. Thank you for subscribing, but give me a second. I gotta fix that. Let's let Katie speak more.
This whole generation, the era of players is going to impact the world in a different way than the guys before them. So I just think that's a term we use just so we can have a conversation.
All right. That's a good point. That's a really good point. So overall, everything that you guys mentioned in the chat, I think Wemby will be the face of the NBA, right? And I think anybody can be if you're good enough, but he undoubtedly will be the face of the NBA. He's the one that everyone will look at and say that's the greatest player in the world. As a taller player, I want to play like that, and the NBA is going to use him like crazy. They're going to market him like crazy. Anyways, just wanted to go over that. That was some good stuff.